Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of A Contagious Smile podcast, starring your lovely, sexy host, Victoria Cure, author of 41, soon to be 42, published books. Howdy, Victoria.
Or redneck and redhead.
Oh, yes. I'm Michael, y'all.
Hi.
My wife has all the brains.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
You don't hear me?
No.
I hear you. So we've had a chance to, with the help of our good friend DJ Blacks, BLAXX, uh, to upgrade our microphone, headphone, sound card system. So thank you, DJ Blacks. We look forward to hearing more from him and see how we can network and help him out in his business.
Yes. So we kind of had a busy week.
Yeah, this is weird talking through a microphone and not being able to hear you.
But now you know how I feel as deaf.
Huh?
Huh? What'd you say? Now you know how I feel being deaf
Well,
because,
I have hearing aids myself, honey.
honey,
Sugar britches.
flashbacks of 25 years. We have gotten 3 distinguishing awards this
That's
week.
right. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, my sleeping beauty.
Okay, I took a 3 hour nap today for 10 minutes.
And then you took another nap on the way home
I
after
did.
I was because I was
I just ate
driving,
pizza.
but you didn't care for it too much.
No. So yeah, y'all be sure to look out and check out those awards.
hmm They are very distinguishing, very, I'm just like, and we are like just everywhere in the media right now. I mean, just everywhere. And our baby girl, Faith, is going and will be sitting down to talk about doing an interview on television again this week, too.
That's right. We're very proud
So
of her.
she's just awesome all the way around.
She has no fear. She does not let everything that happened to her get her down and depressed. She wears her scars like
Metal
badges of honor.
Yep.
She fought tooth and nail. She stood up in the face of the Reaper, many times.
And kicked his ass.
Right. And said, "Not today, buddy."
That's not exactly how
Yeah.
our daughter would say it.
I'm keeping it PG.
Since when? Seriously, since when?
But she is such a survivor, y'all. If y'all only knew her story,
She's amazing.
she is.
She's my little baby.
And she has recently allowed me to adopt her, and she
Even though
changed.
from day one, what did I say? That you were the only
Right.
person I would ever allow to take that role as her
And
father.
she changed her first name.
Yes, just for you.
That's right, just for me.
That's right. And then she goes around and says that, she's got you wrapped around her finger, which anyone who knows the two of you knows is absolutely true. That's not denying.
I said word.
You don't have to. And the pranks the two of you do absolutely crack any and everybody up. I mean, seriously, it, with all the crappy shows that are on TV right now, this should be a sitcom. Because, like, I don't understand how the Kardashians have been on for however long they're on. I watched it one time at band camp when we were in the hospital. It was the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep. And I was like, what is the fuss? And I said, oh, I get it. It's the cure for the insomniac. Because, like, worst thing ever. I mean, everybody has their taste, and that's why there's, mint chocolate chip and Oreo. And I get it, but I don't get it. Like, I don't see the hype about it. But that's all the time I'm giving the Kardashians. So that's all I have
Well,
to
I
say.
don't I don't watch a lot of sitcoms. I did see a couple episodes of the Osbournes, and Ozzy to me he's hilarious. Just they're in there rambling. Sometimes you don't even know what the heck he's saying.
So kind of like you,
Yes,
a lot like you.
when I'm incoherent. So we're expecting a special guest to come on our show.
Oh my God, same page. I was literally just going to say this.
We'll have at it, Hoss.
Nope, go on. You're doing it beautifully. Carry on.
We have the waiver signed and we're setting up a date. And I encourage y'all and your friends, your wives, your husbands to listen in. Okay? Grab your daughter, grab your son, and listen in. It will be a riot. Okay? I'm not giving any spoilers, but
Oh, you have
nope,
to. Come on
nope.
now.
Okay.
to.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
You got to hype it up enough to make people want to.
I will when we find out the date.
Oh, I'll get that date.
Well, you
Don't
get
you
a date.
No, but come on now.
No, and then I'll do a special podcast to hype it up.
No, you can't
Yes,
do that.
I can.
So, an
I'm the president of
individual,
this
and
company.
I'm the founder and CEO, and I had this company
I'll wear the britches.
when I tell you to put them on for
You ain't
14
got to say that on air.
years prior to you arrival back into our lives. I still had this. So, an individual has shown interest in coming on our show. And what's ironic about it was we had a discussion with per se individual that actually was like, we could do a series, we could do this, we could do that. And I literally, if you can imagine a person with titanium jaws with their mouth on the floor, huh? What? Like I went to my husband and was like, guess who wants to be on our show?
How did you go?
And I was like, guess who wants to be on our show? And I guess I was the one that was totally like flabbergasted at this. But then I advise that every person who comes on has to sign a waiver. And so signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. So like point is that it's gonna happen. I mean, I feel like we're not dangling enough of a carrot to really grab anybody's attention and make them realize
Let's say it's one of the characters, real life character
in my books,
in two of your books.
a main character.
Yes.
It's not the bad man. It's not idiot. It's not the abusive ex.
No.
There's a, but it's like a main character. It is a main
So
character.
if y'all haven't picked up her book off Amazon, Who Kicked First by Victoria Cure and Narc Narc, Who's There, also by Victoria Cure. Go get them and read them.
Actual here's this podcast tonight, they might not come on because we're pretty sure that that person has not read Narc Narc Who's There yet.
No.
And if they did, I don't think they would come on. I think that's a safe assumption.
That's right.
So,
So you want to get a little heads up? Go pick up those books, especially Narc Narc, Who's There. But to have the better picture of the history, just grab both of them.
how do you think that's going to go?
It's going to be hot.
Woo!
It's going to
And not
be
in a good, like, not,
no, not in a good way.
no, it'll be good for, viewers,
Right.
listeners, but like,
It's going to be jaw dropping. Uh, it's going to have a lot of relativity to some of the listeners out there. Hell, that's the way mine is. Sort
hmm.
of thing. Um, yeah. So
And because we do this unfiltered and unscripted, it's going to be, I think some people, if buttons are pushed, might get to see the Victoria that they hear about and haven't really seen much of on air. Like I think that's a good thing to say, right?
I got to ask you a question.
Sure.
If we can't hear each other, why are we sitting here like two knuckleheads wearing headphones?
Because you're supposed to be able to hear me through these.
I can't hear you at all.
You said you could when we first started
When we
this
first started, then
recording.
we started changing everything up.
So no, 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 no.
Let's unplug some stuff.
It wasn't we started, it was you started. Don't do that because if it's doing perfectly, I don't want it to botch up the episode. You were doing
Yes,
all
dear.
of that. You're always pushing the buttons.
I'm very good at pushing buttons.
Way. Yeah. So my husband went out today wearing a Contagious Smile shirt.
That's right, which y'all can get.
Yes, but it was so cute because
Support Stucco Squad and A Contagious Smile. We appreciate that a lot.
it was myself with stucco, and I have my nub, my amputated
Arm.
whatever it is left, like up, almost as if I'm raising my hand. And then I have my stucco with me. And it was so cute that my husband, who's a big guy, he's like 6'8". No, he's
I'm
six
six
three.
one.
No, you're not
I'm
6'1".
6'1".
No, you're like 6'3". And Yeah. So anyway, he was walking around proud as can be.
I wore that shirt because I'm proud of my wife. I'm not embarrassed of her nub. Um, I'm not embarrassed anything about my wife. Scars, tattoos, nothing. And so I would proudly wear our merchandise out in public.
Public.
Thanks, Ron White.
Yeah. They
And
call
then I did
me
that on purpose because
Tender.
we went out to eat with a certain someone, and
One.
I wanted to show them, hey, this is your daughter. This is what.
Look who just slipped up.
Can you bleep that out?
Nope.
Yes, you can.
I will not.
Well,
The
shit
Bob.
pickles.
Guess who had a faux pas? Well, now you did it, so you might as well just go ahead and keep going with it because people are like, oh, like, so you might
Nope,
as well. Yeah.
nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have convinced my biological, as I often and always refer to him, my sperm donor. He is serious. You did this. You slipped it. He really wants to come on the show. And so we are opening the door. Now, we've been no contact for years and years and years. And this isn't the first time we've been no contact. Like, I went growing up like 10 years, which I know he'll mention, that I went 10 years without speaking to him. And then now, this time around, it's been 4, almost 5 years not speaking. And yeah, so might be quite an interesting show, to say the least.
So stay tuned and get ready.
Good job.
You're gonna want to hear this.
Yeah. If y'all enjoyed listening to me defend our children when I did the episode with the pedophile, or when we had that individual, when I was interviewed with that molester in Ireland, they had me be the special guest expert for this monster in Ireland, and he decided to get mouthy with me. Well, let me tell you, I'm half Yankee. I am a redhead. Shit got real quick. And then like he was live. This wasn't a recorded episode, and like all these people were like, who in the hell is this US woman, coming in here and blah, 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 blah. And then everybody's like, get him, get him, get him, get him. And the mediator was just, sitting there, bless his heart, and I saw him in the background just throw his hands up like, forget it, just go, and okay, I'll take it.
Was that Keelan?
No, and you're thinking of Keelan, and Keelan's here in the United States, and he's
Uh,
awesome. And no, that's not
my
Keelan.
apologies, Keelan.
Yeah, no, this was like 3 years ago.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
sleep.
Who are you?
What?
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 Next subject, please.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I? You really want to do this? I will yell for our kid and
Now,
bring her in here.
let the girl alone.
Oh, okay, it's like
She's
that
relaxing.
now. Yeah, y'all watched
Gotta-
horror movies last night on your father-daughter night. Ugh, so ridiculous.
Nothing wrong with watching horror movies till 3 a.m.
I will speak on behalf of our daughter and say, especially coming from someone who's a reformed whore, talking about you.
Okay.
Horror. She sings.
Oh, I see. Ha ha ha.
So, since you let the cat out of the bag about that, guest, why don't you talk about our academy that's launching?
Our academy is out there, y'all.
Use guys.
Go through our website to
You don't
get
have
joined.
to.
Hang on, my wife is yawning. So you can go through our website to get joined in.
No.
Joined on.
You go to A Contagious Smile dot M as in Mary, N as in Nancy. So A Contagious Smile dot MN dot CO. And that takes you right to the academy.
Okay.
Or you can also go through our website.
I
But
just said that.
That's an extra step. Or you can just go this way and be right there. And it gives you an option to explore and tell about all these collections we have.
You tell them.
No, go ahead.
You're the guru.
No.
You created all these. Woman. Remember when I said I can't remember what I had for breakfast?
Who are you?
OMG. My wife's over there, one hand clapping. at me. So, golly, there's I don't know, there's like 87 courses in there.
Over 100.
See? So go ahead, continue.
Mm-mm. I'm just correcting you as that's what I'm
There's
supposed to
over
do.
100 courses
Mm-hmm.
in the Mighty Networks
Mm-hmm.
Academy that we have. Um, Pay particular attention to the Stucco Squad
Why is that?
because that's our dog.
No, 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 no,
It's our
no.
dog.
That is
I
my.
picked him up.
No, the minute I saw him, I said, "That's mine. He's mine. That is my boy."
What's
And
yours is mine.
he is registered to me. He is my service dog. That is.
And you're registered to me. My last name's on the marriage certificate. So
uh,
see how that worked?
long enough.
I don't care.
It took you long enough.
I saved the best for last.
All right, you get 1/4 brownie point for that.
I had
You've
yes.
had plenty of
Shut
brownies
up.
and lots of Girl Scout
Shut up.
cookies.
Shut up. You're disgusting.
I told you he was reformed.
Oh Lord.
Slut.
I'm gonna regret this podcast.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So,
You're so
I love
cute,
you.
JC.
Seriously.
Your daughter gave him a nickname, and all I can say is it's JC. Yup. I want to know
So go ahead.
why we paid to have the air conditioning fixed, we replaced. Then we have to have somebody come out again, and it's hot as molasses in here. Seriously, not okay. It's very like hot, not in a good way. And it's supposed to only be like 110 this week. Not exciting.
So going back to the awards that my wife has been receiving here lately concerning A Contagious Smile, they have been featured just really all over. She's been featured in, is it New York Times?
Good morning, US
Good
Duck.
Morning US,
Oh,
Insider Weekly.
Insider Weekly gave us best transformative trauma advocate for domestic violence.
What about Green State, Green Evergreen?
Evergreen gave us one that hasn't even been released yet. Let me make sure I title the award correctly. We also got best special needs platform for 2025 as well. And then I was in Women Weekly.
Women Empowerment.
I was in Women Empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what else? We've been on news channels lately.
We have an upcoming, our daughter has an upcoming news interview
Yes,
with one of the locals. But
correct.
if y'all are curious about what we do, why we do it, or how we do it, get on our website and just start reading everything about us. Okay.
Best trauma recovery and advocacy program in the U.S.
That was from who?
Evergreen Awards.
Y'all look up Evergreen Awards.
It's a rigorous process for that award, and it has to go through all nominations. Like,
So thank you for whoever nominated us.
absolutely. And we were nominated for the best special needs support network, which is amazing. And we do what we do because we were asked this question tonight, actually.
I was going to say that.
Paige,
What at what did it say? What are the advantages for
what
you?
you do because you don't make money.
Right.
Little clip of what's to come, people. Little
Did y'all hear that?
inside.
What advantages are you getting out of this? Out of doing this podcasting? Out
Well,
of
I
doing
can
this
tell you
advocacy?
that in the academy as well.
Yep.
I can tell you that from someone who lived on a floor in the bathroom because I wasn't allowed to have an ice pack when I had a shattered face, broken nose, dislocated shoulder, broken eye socket, stab wounds, concussions. I could go through this all day. Broken finger, broken hand, broken foot, broken toes, dislocated knee, you name it, and feel like you're alone. It is so ungodly frightening to do that and feel like I'm going to die here. And then sometimes you, honest to God, wish you would so that it would stop and you don't have to go through it anymore. and you have no one in your corner. You have no support. You have no one that can even listen to reach out a hand and say, I know you feel like you're in the dark, but I'm here and you're not alone. And I didn't have that. I had no one. Even if you could put earbuds in your ear and cover your ears with your hair and listen to us when things are bad, or even when you go to bed at night, put one earbud in, and just listen and realize that even one or two nuggets from every podcast or however you get to hear from us lets you know the authenticity of us, that we are real and genuine. I mean, my husband will tell you, I get texts and DMs and emails and you name it we've had them at 1 o'clock in the morning. We've had them at 4 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night. And I stop what I'm doing and I immediately start working with these individuals. And it's because I've been that 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been that 4 o'clock in the morning. And, this could be the only opportunity this individual has that that piece of crap is asleep and their children are finally sleeping. And so this is the time you have to really think and wonder, how do I get out? What do I do? How do I save my children? How do I save myself? And so many people go into this mindset, that I went into this mindset, that I will never get any better. I'll never deserve any better, because you hear it every single day. When you hear, like when I hear my husband tell me, I love you, I know he means it. When you hear someone tell you every single day, you're disgusting and you're ugly and nobody's ever going to want you and you're gross and you should be so proud of me because I downgraded my opinion and values to be with someone so hideous
You
as
start to
you,
believe it.
you believe it every single day.
Yeah.
And that's not life, and that's not living, and that's not surviving. That is being isolated. The way I say, in the best description I could give, is being like a chronic asthmatic in a room of chain smokers with no windows and no doors, because you are gasping just to get the next breath because you don't know when it's coming, right? Like I literally used to get woken up in the middle of the night with this piece of crap straddling over me, beating me in the face to say, "Hey, witch," and not with a W, "get your fat ass up and get me something to drink. I'm thirsty. Go get me some water." And he had just come in from having intercourse with whichever child, girl, or whomever he was with at that moment. And I only said no once. And that's a whole different story. But I want women to know that they're not like I was, alone. That you're not, I mean, even if you're sitting in a vehicle and I have to say it because it's not a man, is driving, and you put an earbud in on the right side next to the passenger seat and your hair is covering it, and you just darken the phone and you can listen and hear support and hear someone saying, I see you, I hear you, you matter, you're valued, you're loved, your children love you, your children see you, and you're not alone. And that helps you just get over that 1 minute. So many people are like, well, if he kills me, I won't suffer anymore. That's easy for you because you don't have to deal with it. But what about your kids?
Mhm.
The children that will only hear what that craphead says about you, and he will just turn your death on you 18 ways wrong.
Yeah.
And those kids are always going to say, my mom left. She didn't love me. She left me. What a cowardly way out, right?
She abandoned us.
She abandoned
Yeah.
us. And now we're stuck with this person who's abusing us and doing God knows what to us. So, no, I want people to know. So that is why we do what we do. When I see people putting posts out there that say, you saved my life. Like, and a lot of it we get in emails and DMs, because I tell everybody, don't put posts out there
Hmm.
unless you're prepared to be seen, because you can be found by posting.
Very
And
easy.
that's the thing. So I want people to know. I would love to see all my posts and positive comments, but I'm more protective of people's confidentiality and their identity than they are about a pat on the back. Hands down, no questions asked. So when I get comments like, I was really in a dark place. Like one of my speaking engagements that I did in person, somebody came up to me afterwards and said, my book, Who Kicked First, saved their life. And I was like, then it was worth everything I did
That's right.
for you. You were the reason. If I never hear another thing, it was worth it. Right. And when you're sitting in a hospital bed in a wheelchair and your leg is up because you have a blood clot and they've talked about amputating your leg, I would have been like a one half side person now. And you go through everything you go through, you just want someone to say, I'm here. You're not by yourself. And even if it's for 5 minutes or 20 minutes, or if you listen to one of our episodes, 60 minutes, whatever the case may be, just to know that I mean, you're always on high alert, just like a police officer. You don't know what you're going into when you go to a call. You might get a call that there's an officer in distress, or you might get a call that, you're going into a domestic violence, which is the most dangerous call for an officer to respond to. You're on high alert. You go in there with your adrenaline pumped, ready to go. Well, when you're going through this, you're always at that level because you don't know what's next. I had this situation where if he saw blood and he stormed out and he returned and not all of blood was cleaned up, it was round two because it would be a reminder and it was a trigger. So I had to like deal with whatever injury as well as clean up the aftermath of whatever had transpired so that this didn't happen again. And then I slowly did things like I got rid of my metal hairbrush because he whacked the ever loving dog crap out of my face with it and dislocated my jaw. So I went and got a softer hairbrush. And I used the excuse, I tried to even get the same color, but I used the excuse that because of my pregnancy, the sensitivity in my scalp, because I wasn't going to say, well, because you gave me secondary concussion syndrome and I can't heal from one concussion before the next, my head hurts to touch the back of my skull. I just use the excuse that the pregnancy made my scalp more tender because you never want to feed that hungry, vicious dog that's just looking at you like you are their biting ground. And that's exactly what it is. They look at you like you are their playground to assault and beat and whatever they want to do because they own you. And that's how they think, that's their mentality. And it's not. And you know what? I say this constantly, I hear it constantly. Well, he had a bad childhood. You know what? If you've never walked in our shoes as someone who has gone through any type of abuse, please don't speculate and tell us because you know what? If you're a cancer survivor, my hat is off to you. But I am not going to pretend for 1 second to know what that's like because I haven't had cancer by the grace of God. So I'm not going to say, hey, I know what it's like for that reason. I know what it's like to go through chemo and radiation. I don't. So I'm never going to portray myself as that. So if you haven't gone through abuse, please don't, and I'm saying that with all the heart and love I can, please don't try to do that to someone else because it's not. And both my husband and I have been through trauma, but we broke the cycle. We don't do that to each other. We don't do it to our daughter. We just aren't that way at all. And it makes a huge difference. So when people say, well, it's because he had a bad childhood, no, I'm sorry. That is a cop out. That is an absolute ridiculous excuse. And for the people, I actually just created a course. Everything in me said, okay, I've got to create a course for the individuals who do not think that what they do is wrong. They think that they are made to do these things, right? And so it's in our Valor Circle collection. And you go in there and let's say you go to anger management. And let's just say that we're going to say because men and women both get abused, but we're going to use the we're going to use the example that it's a male. And he goes in there and let's say he sits down with a female counselor. Right off the bat, he's on a power trip. He's on a control. He's not going to listen to a doggone thing this woman is saying. He is going to just be like, whatever. Well, this collection allows him to sit down, shut the door. He can check his ego, he can keep it with him, and it really holds them accountable for their actions. I mean, you've seen the course. What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's superb. It's freaking awesome. A lot of these courses, y'all, my wife has put in there free or at very low cost. because she wants y'all to have them at an affordable rate or
We have scholarships
and
and people
scholarships.
can
Oh yeah, yeah.
donate and people can donate and offer scholarships. Like if you want to do something in loving memory of
Hmm.
someone, you could do a scholarship and we don't turn anyone away ever. But we're not trying to get rich from it. That's definitely for sure. But it costs a lot of money to run this every month. And we're trying just to hopefully break even because we've been funding this out of our own pocket from day one. But what I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, a person who hurts a woman eventually is going to hurt their children. Eventually is going to hurt their pets.
And then their children see the cycle.
And then they see as a boy,
Hmm.
that's how you treat a
That's
woman,
right.
or that's how I treat my partner. And a girl is going to see that's how I'm supposed to be
That's
treated
right.
by my partner because that's how my
And
mom
then
is
they'll
treated.
fall into the trap of getting the same type of men.
Right. And they go in for the same thing. Here's my thing. If you are an individual, which I guarantee they're not listening to our show, but if for some ungodly reason, I mean, the clock is right twice a day if the batteries are out of it, then my message to you is I know you have an ego. I know you think that, you're everything and everybody owes you everything. And for you to come up with some crap ass excuse like, see what you made me do? Why did you make me do this to you? You are not a man. Let me say it again, just in case you had your head in your ass and you weren't listening. You are not a man. You're a coward. Because even my ex made a statement in court that he knew because of my martial art background. He openly stated that he would have never hit me if I wasn't pregnant because he knew it would have been one and done. Like, I would never hit first. That's one of the very first things you learn in any kind of martial art training. It's defense, de escalation. But had he put his hands on me and I wasn't pregnant, this we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't be here today. And so for the people who wait for those moments because they feel like we are the weaker sex, let me tell you something, you worthless coward. I have over 100 surgeries. I have well over a couple hundred scars. Easy to say. Easy to say I have a couple hundred scars. And they're not like little millimeter scars. I'm talking from my wrist, up my forearm, up my upper arm, down my back, all one scar. And I'm here to tell you, those are not your success stories. Those are your failures. Those are your failures. Not just on me, but on anybody that you think that you are just this badass Billy boy who can go over there and show your man card to your women, to your children, to your partner, whatever the case may be. If you think it's okay to put your hands on someone in an unwarranted manner, you're a piece of shit. And I'm here to say it. I don't care. Like, I say it all the time. People are like, well, aren't you worried he might come back? I have 11 cameras on my property that record 24/7. I have a plethora of dogs. I have an amazing ability to protect and defend my family. And I have my husband who is like, I don't even want to, he's a pretty good shot. I'm just going to say, but he is amazing and he's very protective of his family. And I tell people that all the time because I'm always asked, aren't you afraid that he'll come back around? Well, 11 cameras, multiple dogs, alarm systems. And it's not because of paranoia, it's because we help survivors of abuse. They come here and get things. We help
Mhm.
them. They come here and get things that we've gathered for them. We have people come here and bring donations for them. And so their security is number one. We've had kids here that were abused that we helped here while we were putting them, in the right places and where they needed to be. So, with that being said, it's imperative that the one thing they don't need to worry about is their security while they're here. They need to know they're safe. And that's really important because when you go from being in a house, because it is not a home, and your partner, the person that you expected to be your partner, ends up being your bully, you need to know you're safe. And that's why we do what we do. And he's looking at me like,
Take a sip.
ah!
You need a break from all that.
I'm
So
without even charging my back yet.
So be sure to get on the Mighty Networks, and like I said, you can access it through our main website, The Contagious Smile. My wife has all the links everywhere, so get on there and jump on a course, jump in one of those classes, whether it's free or whether you shell out a couple bucks for it. But see what she's done, see what she's talking about, and tell me if you can relate to that. She's wrote amazing stuff. Now, this woman has not, y'all, has not been in the military, but I tell you what, she hit the nail on the head.
You have to say hit.
Okay, um, she made a hole in one in golf. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, with some of these courses concerning us veterans, and it's simply amazing. It's heartfelt. It's heartwarming to see that a civilian um, did this for us vets.
Well, in fairness, I was previously a vet wife,
Wife, yes.
and not only that, but what I did was I took the trauma that I went through and I just changed the geographic of it, right? And so that's kind of it. Like you can be in law enforcement, but you could also be a cop, you could be a sheriff, you could be a United States Marshal, you could be all sorts of other, FBI, you could be all these different organizations, but at the end of the day, you're still in law enforcement, right? So it's kind of like that's the car, but what's the destination? So I really wanted to make sure that I did it justice. So before it was released, my amazing husband has been looking at it, and then JJ from Ripple Retreat
Hey, Jay.
has joined with us. And he has an amazing story, and he's been doing amazing things. And he actually has a retreat for vets that he'll be opening.
Ripple retreat.
And he has been doing every one of the courses. He was a retired major.
Hmm.
One hell of a story, seriously. And he has gone through and has told me that they're spot on, and that means a lot because I told him as well as my husband that if one tiny iota was out of place, tell me and I will fix it before it launches because I don't want to do an injustice. And there are a lot of really great classes for veterans too, like recognizing that just because you no longer put on the uniform doesn't mean you're not honored. It doesn't mean you're not served, right? And there's a lot of courses like that too. It's not just this,
Yes. So thank you, Dr. Victoria,
whatever.
for putting your heart and soul into this academy, this contagious smile. Isn't that right, y'all? Hello, Mueller.
Bueller, Bueller.
I haven't got any emails lately.
You don't check your emails. Let's call it a spade a spade. You do not check your email. You
You
had
have to
routine
bust me on air.
you had routine blood work done. And I was like, oh, you should have gotten results by now. And you're like, oh, I haven't checked in a while. Duh.
It's only a week and a half.
It doesn't matter. You do not. I check in the middle of the night. I get up and check. I'm up at least 3 times a night and I constantly check to make sure and my husband's like, I was almost asleep. I'm going to record this and put a video on it because I'm telling you, Guinness needs to get a hold of my husband. My husband will be laying there and he'll be like, I love, and it's not just once in a while, it is every single night. Like, Faith and I will be like, she'll come in to tell me goodnight and I'll say, all right, ready? And she'll go, 5, 4, 3, he's gone. And you're asleep that fast every single solitary night.
I have a medical condition.
No, you don't. No,
I'm old.
no.
I'm a guy.
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. Yes. So give us something else before we head off for the night.
Let's see here.
Silence is only golden in
I
movie
don't, I
theater.
don't really know. Um, no, I've got nothing.
What?
Yeah, I've got nothing.
I'm gonna say because it's hot in here.
It is.
It's so hot in here.
It makes me sleepy.
Nothing but everything makes you sleepy.
Wait, nothing but everything?
Yeah. You, oh my, you just had exact Faith look. Like that was just like Faith.
Well,
Every,
she is my squiggly.
explain what that means.
My squiggly. So whenever I say my daughter's my squiggly, she's my leftover squiggly from, you know, the humpity dumpity.
Humpity
Yes.
dumpity.
I'm trying to keep this PG.
Humpity
Uh,
dumpity? What's humpity dumpity?
the you know
But hold on. I
what
never cheated. I've never cheated on anyone ever. So I don't want people to sit there and think that I
what
cheated on idiot and that was the leftover sperm. That wasn't he. No, he just, this was the man that broke my heart. And
what
I, yes. And
just why
then
don't you get the double barrel shotguns out?
that's not funny.
That is funny.
That's
You're
not
shooting from the
funny.
hip.
That's not funny.
You just blasted me that I'm a whore. You
No,
blasted me that I'm a cheater.
Faith did. You're reformed.
I am reformed.
Yes.
So now I'm with one woman
Yes.
only,
Yes.
forevermore. My
Amen.
soulmate. I will not, have not, do not want to ever cheat on her.
Yes.
So can we put the guns away?
No.
Be nice.
Anyway, he broke my heart and I rebounded the only time in my life. So he always says that I can't even call her squiggly. I don't even think that's just not right.
What? What else is a little sperm? It's a little squiggly sperm. What? Y'all, she's giving me this look.
Ugh.
Like, I can't believe this guy. But she knows me. I eat roadkill.
So gross. It's so nasty. Let's just go through a list of 10 and see. Gator.
Everybody should have gator.
No.
Yes.
Squirrel.
I love squirrel.
To eat.
Fried dipped in ketchup.
Are you for real?
I'm for real.
Chipmunk.
No. They're too
Why?
damn cute.
Those are cute.
Yes, they're cute. They're a nuisance, but they're cute. Yeah,
You
squirrel's good.
ferret.
No, you don't eat a ferret. That's a pet. How dare you, woman?
A uh, um snake.
Yes, I've eaten snake.
Ugh. Are we talking about your ex?
No.
Okay. Ugh. Okay. Snail.
No. Who wants to eat snot?
You eat oyster.
Oysters are different.
Why?
Because oysters are oysters.
That's disgusting.
Raw or steamed.
That's so nasty. Deer.
Yes, dear.
Fawn.
Really?
Hey, I'm asking.
You don't eat fawn.
You don't eat a deer either.
You eat deer.
No, you don't.
What do? Why don't I?
Because
I do eat deer.
deer did nothing to you, and why would you want to kill it and eat it? That's nasty.
It was in front of my bullet.
Are you
Are
serious?
you serious?
Frog.
I've eaten frogs.
Have you really?
Oh yeah. You go out at late night gigging frogs there in Florida. You see all them gator eyes looking back at you. Mm-hmm.
Is it true when you put their legs in the frying pan, they jump?
Y'all, she's a dork.
Dare you? How dare you? I can't think of anything else that's that nasty.
So let me reference roadkill.
Feet.
No, roadkill is a dinner that I often get at
No, you're not cleaning this up. When
Texas
you
Roadhouse.
something on
late.
the ground on the road, you're like,
No.
oh, I need to pull over.
I'm not that disgusting. Now, have I hit a deer and got out and shot it and took it back home? Yes.
Not since we've been
Yes.
together. Not since we've been together.
No.
Ugh. Our daughter would kick your ass.
Well, let's not tell her.
She would absolutely. Oh, no, 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 no. That's so nasty. Why can't you just leave it alone?
Because you don't want it to suffer.
Then you don't
Hit it with a 2,000-pound bullet?
You don't hit it with a, don't shoot it.
Well, I happened to bust up his back legs. So it was going to die.
Okay, but why go hunting and shoot and kill it?
They didn't have to go hunting
No, I'm asking in generality.
because that's tradition.
What do you think is the nastiest thing you've ever eaten? And no female names.
You got jokes, woman. You got jokes.
Ah.
Well, I would say bullet.
A what?
Bullet.
Say it again.
Bullet. Why are you laughing?
I have to sounded like I really must have lost the rest of my hearing. What did you say?
Blood.
Blood, blood, blood. That just, blood.
So blood is a Filipino delicacy. It is a partially incubated duck egg,
What?
and you eat the duck.
You eat a baby.
Yes. Yeah.
And
So
how in the Sam shit did you get talked into
it
that?
is so nasty I about threw up.
You?
Yeah. It was nasty.
How did you get talked into trying that?
I was around a bunch of Filipinos.
Okay, that just covered the last
Yeah.
17 prior years before us. I mean, how many times did you try it?
Just once. Once is enough.
How do you prepare it?
I don't know. I think they boiled it.
What?
Boiled it.
Bought it?
Boiled it.
What are you?
They boiled it.
What is that?
Boiled. Boiled.
Oh,
Boiled.
boiled.
I don't know what you're saying.
They boiled it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Boiled? Okay.
I'll ask Alex what that word is.
You mean Alex?
No.
Okay.
So
That is so nasty.
we thank y'all for listening to us ramble.
Redneck and
Mm-hmm.
redhead.
Please get on the website, go to our mighty networks, okay? .mm.co.
It sounded like you said MM.
Amen. Amen.
Mary.
Amen. Yeah.
It sounds like you said Mary Mary. It sounded like
No.
you.
Mike Nancy.
Right. That's not what it sounded like. So
Uh,
A Contagious Smile dot M as in Michael, N as in never.
Nancy.
Should you eat that crap? Dot com or dot co.
.co.
Yeah.
And check out those academy courses, y'all.
Yes.
Please pick up those two books, Who Kicked First and Narc Narc Who's There, to prepare you for this
You already put the
exclusive,
You already did it.
exclusive, probably one in a lifetime
Yeah.
opportunities. Because after the first show, I don't think he's going to be a repeat customer.
I don't know. He said he wanted to do a series.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Can you imagine if he did a series?
Oh Lord,
What a bonding experience for you.
no! Who said I have to be here?
You're the presidente.
Oh, now you want to put me out there? Okay.
I'm just saying, you need to fill in the blanks with your FIL.
Good night, y'all. A Contagious Smile, Unstoppable, Victoria Michael, signing off.
Bye.
Thank you.